Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. I will just go through a couple of the transits before I go on to the tarot. In the description box below will be all the information you need when the tarot starts, all my links, the links to my social media, etc., my email, my website and all that. So this is your reading for March 1st to 15th, and just a couple of things about the transits. So March the 1st, we're having Venus entering Aquarius. So that's fantastic for Aquarius, obviously. But we've all got Aquarius somewhere in our chart. So if you know your birth chart, then you can look at which house is Aquarius for you, and that's where the blessings will come through, obviously. Also, we are in Piscean time right now, so happy birthday to all of you Piscean people out there. On March the 5th, we've got Mercury retrograde. Now, Mercury is still in shadow as I'm doing this video. Mercury is going to get to roughly the 29th degree of Pisces, 29 and 39 minutes of Pisces before it starts to turn back and retrograde. So Mercury is going to be in Pisces for a couple of months, people. So communications are going to be really hard. So just try and go over things. Don't take things at face value, all right? Because if you hear something, something that's going to freak you out, because Mercury will be moving over Neptune, and Neptune rules Pisces. So Neptune can be quite harsh. It can be very, unconditional love and very spiritual and beautiful, but it can also be illusions. Okay, so take your time, don't rush. This is one of the hardest Mercury retrogrades. Now you know that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so there are completions here. Now, so Mercury will be leaving its retrograde zone on the 16th of April. Even though on March 28th it will be moving direct, it still will be in its shadow period, but it's not such a big deal. So I would say March the 28th, the end of March, it will be moving over the same area that it started retrograding on, but it's moving direct. So that's the positive thing about that. So it will start covering new ground on the 16th of April. All right, so now on March 6th, so March 5th is Mercury retrograde. The day after, we're having Uranus entering Taurus. Wow. That is huge. It is huge because Uranus changes a sign every 7-8 years, depending on which sign it is. And, Uranus is the rebel. It's moving back into Taurus because it retrograded back into Aries. It's starting to move. It is moving direct now, and it will be entering, of course, Taurus. So Taurus is what we value. Okay, Taurus is also anything to do with our comforts, things that we have, because Taurus is all about I have, right? So Uranus can be very disruptive, but it can also bring in sudden change, good sudden change. Now, March the 6th, we're having a new moon in Pisces. So on the day that Uranus moves into Taurus, we're having a new moon in Pisces. So as we know with new moons, they're all about new beginnings, all right? So very, very interesting time, the beginning of March. Now, March 20th, the sun will move into Aries, even though this reading is up until the 15th. Doesn't matter. I'm giving you a couple of the important aspects. So sun will move into Aries. So that is the summer solstice. You know that this is a brand new astrological year when the sun moves into Aries. So looking forward to that. And actually on the same day, we're having a full moon in Libra. So Libra is the house opposite Aries, and Libra is the partnership house. So I think that we're going to have a lot of clarity with partnerships, relationships of any sort, because full moons are completions, but they're also, you know, there's a lot of light there. So we see things come to the surface for us to know. Now, on March 26th, Venus will enter Pisces, and 2 days after that, March 28th, Mercury will go direct. So, beautiful. Mercury direct, cannot wait for that. It's going to seem like it's dragging on. And you know, with Mercury being retrograde, be careful with signing documents, signing contracts. Be careful with your itinerary, any travel documents, anything that is written, spoken, even with publishing. Okay, it's not a good time to publish anything. Wait until Mercury starts to move direct before you do anything like that. As well as that, on March 31st, Mars will be entering Gemini. So, you know, Gemini, the chatterbox, they like to communicate, they like to talk. Mars is passionate, Mars is fiery. So I think that there will be more communication in anything that we feel passionate about. And as well as that, because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Gemini, those are the signs that will feel this Mercury retrograde more than others, even though on a collective scale everyone feels it. And retrogrades are all about a time of going within, redoing things, because the strength of Mercury will be amplified. It's obviously, when a planet is retrograde, it's closer to the Earth. So it will be stronger, but because of Neptune, and Neptune will be squaring off to Jupiter in Sagittarius, be careful, don't be over boastful, don't think that things are too good, actually more good than what they really are. Be careful with illusions. Go over things again and again. All right, so I will leave it at that. Thank you so much. Let's go on to the tarot now. Hello, dear Aries. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. I'm doing your divine spread for the 1st till the 15th of March 2019. It's a love and general reading. So let's see what's happening for you. I'm using AMIRA'S Love Oracle for the Karma Dharma position. And what I'd like to mention is that in about 3.5 days, Mercury will be going retrograde, and that's going to be in your 12th house for those of you that are Aries rising. Okay, your 12th house is endings. So on a collective, for everyone, there are some sort of endings that we are, you know, we're closing the door on certain situations. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and that's where Mercury is, at the last degrees. While I'm doing this reading now, it is actually Mercury and Chiron are conjunct. They're very close together, and Mercury is not very comfortable at all. It's in its full position, I should say detriment. It's not happy where it is, because Mercury is ruled by Virgo. So Virgo is where it's happy, and it rules the house of Virgo and Gemini, actually. So with Mercury going retrograde and in, you know, up and down Pisces, the house of Pisces, Pisces can be very, very murky and very unclear. Now, Mercury wants to clear everything up, but it's not having a good time. It will have hardship. It's going to be going over Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. Okay, so Mercury deals with communications, travel, writing, speaking, anything like that. And we never sign contracts on Mercury retrograde. Okay, we never make agreements, whatever they ask, because, you know, whatever happens with the Mercury retrograde, it may not last. So we don't start relationships. We don't really start anything. We just redo things. If we've started something in the past, we can go over the details, yes, but that's about it. And, you know, Mercury is going to be retrograde for a while. So I would say roughly mid-April, things will start to change. Now, Mercury meeting up with Chiron. Chiron is, you know, the wounded healer. It's left Pisces recently. Now, with Mercury being conjunct with Chiron, Chiron is any past life wounds, any childhood conditioning, the victim mentality that came to an end after, you know, Chiron doing the whole zodiac takes 51 years. So that cycle ended about a week ago. And now Mercury's come on top of Chiron, trying to make sense of what ended. This is trying to logically put the pieces together. What is going to be the healing that we are moving into? And this is on a collective scale, because Chiron being in Aries is a new beginning. Anything to do with wounds or healing, you know, mastering pain, and also, you know, Chiron could be like a teacher, because through his own wounds, he learnt to, you know, he was able to help others deal with their own issues. So, yeah, many things happening. In about 4 days, we've got Uranus moving into Taurus. Wow, what a change that's going to be. A change in everyone's values, where, you know, we're changing everything up in our lives, where if something is, we've been dealing with something, you know, the past 7 years, Uranus is going to make a change, is going to shift things. It's at the last few minutes of Aries, and it's moving into Taurus. And that is, you know, it's been over this area before because it retrograded back into Aries. Now it's ready to ingress again in Taurus, which is a big thing. Uranus can be anything to do with, you know, our nervous system, anything to do with sudden, unexpected, radical change. And Uranus can be lightning as well, anything to do with electrical surges. So be careful with electricity. Okay, let's take 3 cards, your Karma Dharma cards. 3 cards from AMIRA'S Love Oracle for Aries. What is Aries dealing with? From the beginning till mid-March, roughly. Okay, we have short term. And as you can see, there is a heart that is a broken heart we have here. But it says short term. So we've got the mature man. So this could be someone that you are dealing with. This could even be a father figure. For others of you, this is someone that you are communicating with. And the disappointment, whatever it is, could be only short term. And communication is going to be key for you. Through social media, I would say, more than likely. As you could see, this could be messages that are coming through. Now, the mature man looks as though he's he's seriously trying to decide on something. It looks as though he's making some sort of a decision. Now, this could be your energy. This could be you, and you could be communicating with a younger female, or it could go the other way. If this is a romantic relationship, I see that there is a fair bit of age difference. So you might be interested and communicating with an older, more mature person, whether it's a female or a male, doesn't really matter. And this could be happening short term. Or if there has been heartache and heartbreak, some sort of a disappointment, this could be short term. So this could be a fling as well. This could be a fling which, and you know, usually when we've got quite a big age difference, dear Aries, it's usually quite karmic. And because of the communication card and Mercury going retrograde, you need to really go over things. I'm going to take, be careful with miscommunications. I'm going to take one more card, just a bit more clarity on the communication part of the this spread. So I want to say that with Mercury retrograde, we can also have problems with technology, anything to do with, you know, the internet. Uranus is the internet. It's high tech. Anything that is very progressive, you know, Uranus is the genius. And anything to do with cars, travel, as well as technology, anything around communication there could be breakdowns at this time. So let's see what this communication is all about. And there's the mature woman, which seems to be quite a good match here. Now, this could be a family. This could be the parents and the daughter here, but this could also be a younger female, an older female, and, you know, a more mature couple, I would say here. But it looks as though there is a younger female in the picture as well. So it could be that if you are the mature man, you could be having a short-term fling with a younger female through social media. Be careful, because we've got the heartbreak here. Be careful. Be careful you don't actually get burnt. When I say get burnt, that could mean a lot of things. Okay, dear Aries. Now, the heartbreak could be for anyone here. Now, because the heartache is next to the mature man, it could be more prominent for him. Okay, let's take your cards, dear Aries. So it's incredible that Uranus is leaving your sign. Some of you could be rebelling, changing your life up suddenly. Now, Venus has just moved into Aquarius, so there's more socializing going on. Venus went through quite tough energies moving through Capricorn, and Capricorn is your 10th house of career, your status, the law, the boss, and the father. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so Saturn is tough. So, you know that Uranus rules Aquarius, and it's really funny that Uranus is actually doing a square, which is a difficult aspect with Venus. So squares are usually tension, so therefore they bring change. So anything to do with Venus and sudden abrupt change. Venus is love, money, values, projects, sudden abrupt changes, sudden revelations in love, even with wishes and dreams, because Aquarius is the house of wishes and dreams. Let's take from the 1st to the 15th of 2019 for Aries, the divine spread. Oops, Aries. Now, what is at the root? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. What you don't know, what is hidden from you, Aries, is the King of Cups. Now, there was another sign that had that card, had the King of Cups in exactly the same position. Let me see if I can remember. Wow. So I've done Leo, Libra, and Virgo. I think it was the sign of Libra. But please do not quote me on that. If you are dealing with a water sign, check those videos out. You could have a message that's coming through for you through those other videos, and I think it was Libra. Okay, let's take the recent past. Seven of Swords. And I believe that the mature man would be the King of Cups. In the now position, you have the Four of Wands. That's beautiful. Crowning your reading and your highest ideal is the Ten of Pentacles. Yahoo! In the advice and action to take, Aries, Ace of Wands. Beautiful. And I'm using the Cosmic Tarot by Norbert LOSCHE. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's in the description box below. The outcome is the Chariot. So Cancer. We're talking about Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And the divine position. The divine position for Aries. What is happening planetarily? How are you being affected? And you have the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to take one more card. Usually this energy is, to me, it speaks of Taurian energy. I don't know why. Even though it does have the sign of Capricorn right in the middle of the Pentacles there. Let me take one more card. And we've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus. So, now your ruler is in Taurus. Mars is in Taurus. So, Uranus and Mars are going to both be in Taurus. So, and the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is showing here in the Cosmic Tarot. It looks like there is an older businessman here. There is some sort of a meeting, and the woman sitting across from him it looks like there is some sort of an age difference. She looks quite shy, quite, holding back. Now it could be the Four of Pentacles is someone who's minding their heart, being careful with their finances, not opening up easily, and fours always speak of home and family. Now the Hierophant is a number 5. And the Hierophant seems to have the X-ray vision. He's looking into the future. The Hierophant can speak of religion, doing things by the book, marriage, a commitment. It can also speak of hierarchy, working in a corporate situation. For some of you, this looks like an interview. And with the Hierophant being here in Taurus. Taurus, as I said, is values, our values. So, even contracts. The Hierophant can speak of a contract. And if we look diagonally right across, we've got the Four of Wands. So there is some sort of a conversation, a meeting, an interview, which is going to bear fruit. And it's going to bring you stability. So this is a number 4. Now the Four of Wands is the marriage card. It's the commitment card. It's the celebration card. So I believe that there is some sort of a successful situation that it's as though you are you're building those first foundations. Whether this is love, work, family, whatever this is. Right now you are building on your foundation. Okay, let's see here with the Queen of Pentacles. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And having her in your foundation is quite positive. Why? Because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very steadfast, someone who is very business orientated, someone who works hard for what they want to accomplish. They've got the ability, you know, they're hard workers. If they're concentrated on things that are of value. And the Queen of Pentacles, usually queens are all about knowledge. So having this at your foundation, and right here would be the, you know, as an astrological chart, this is a wonderful foundation here. This is security. The Queen of Pentacles has got money. The Queen of Pentacles is very good with her money. She could be a banker, someone who works at a bank. She is the mother of earth. Now, earth bears fruit. And as I said, she could even be a mother. And I believe that the mature woman with the Queen of Pentacles is very similar energy for me. Because she is a queen, therefore she is mature. Okay, so this could even be, you know, these could be your parents. For those of you that are a bit younger, these could be your parents. So the King of Cups is the King of Hearts for men. He's usually a Cancerian, more than likely. Sometimes I feel, yes, Scorpio and less Piscean energy, but, you know, he's water. So it could be any of those water signs. Here, we've got the Chariot. So for most of you, this is Cancerian energy. And the King of Cups is turning towards this Queen of Pentacles, who seems to have her back turned to him. So here, it's a little bit different. She's actually facing him. But there is an obstacle with communication. There is something standing between the communication, whether this is a person or a situation. So what you don't know is that someone is very open-hearted. The King of Cups is someone who is emotional, that they give from the heart. I love the energy of the King of Cups. Many times he could be so emotional that he may hold back, just like the crab does. You know, Cancer is very sensitive. And the King of Cups, if this is Cancerian energy, and again, Cancer is the 4th house of family. Okay, and family foundation, your heritage, your extended family. And the 4th house is also the house that rules the mother. So, in the recent past with the 7 of Swords, usually in the traditional tarot, this is a card of someone trying to get away with something during daylight, in the light. They don't care if they're seen, you know, they're doing something in broad daylight and they don't really give a damn. They're quite sneaky though. Here, this is a different energy. Usually 7s for me are the divine number. And here with this card, I see someone walking away, leaving those swords and walking away. They're not actually rushing away, but they are moving away during the night. So doing something at a time when people, you know, something that people are not aware of. Even literally moving away during night. And whatever movement this is, and this is a card of perception. And swords are all about communication as well. Now we've got the full moon here, so this could be happening around, or it may have happened around the full moon in Virgo, which was the last full moon at the end of February. And I feel that that was, even if this is like metaphorically moving away, intellectually, psychologically, having checked out, let's say, I think that this is a blessing. this is what the divine wanted you to do. So sometimes they say, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So there could be some sort of a gap, some sort of space between you and someone else. But this could also be short term as well. So with the Four of Wands, as I said, this is a good energy. This is your energy. This is fire. This is passion. You're dancing. You're doing things easily. It doesn't seem to be a struggle. And this energy here, the way she is standing, you know, as a ballerina, it's as though there is a climax to this energy here, I feel. Now, what is crowning your reading is the Ten of Pentacles, and usually I see this as the card of family. Ten of Pentacles, if you are stabilizing a career, a home, you know, you're feeling as though you're very abundant. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is all about having plenty, having abundance. This could be help from the family. This could be you just feeling abundant with, you know, spiritually. Feeling loved, feeling nurtured. Now, this is, as I said, that it's like the top of, you know, the astrology, your astrology here. So this would be roughly around your career, your status, how people see you in the world, and this could also be help from your father for some of you, because, you know, the house of Capricorn is all about the father. It's all about the law. Some of you Ten of Pentacles, I want to say, because of, you know, Venus having moved over Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node, and Venus can be value, it can be even money. So I think that for some people, and because Jupiter is in Sagittarius, Jupiter expands, he's very strong in Sagittarius, right? So some of you could have been dealing with either receiving money, or some of you may be paying out money. Maybe if you're building on a business, purchasing a new home, whatever you're trying to stabilize for yourself here, the Ten of Pentacles can mean, you know, even giving out money, because I'm not reading reversals. Now, the 10 breaks down to the 1, so it's like the Ace of Pentacles, yes? Here we've got another Ace. And I wanted to say that the Ace of Pentacles could also be a child. It can be the beginning of a new relationship for those of you that are actually moving in with your partner. Now, if the communication is not another person, it could be just the communication between these two people. Okay? So they could be at a distance from each other and it's only short term. Therefore, they are communicating through social media. So as I was saying, this could even be a new job. This can be an advance payment from work, from your career. Could be a lot of things, the Ace of Pentacles, let's say. And the Ace of Wands in the action and advice. So creatively, you are starting something new. So, wow, Ace of Wands, that's just very Aries. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. Aries is the beginning. So whatever you've started, you are feeling very passionate about. It's as though you've got the fire beneath you. Now, because your ruler has moved into Taurus, it is a little bit slow moving. It's not as fast as in, its home sign of Aries. So the action and advice here, the Ace of Wands says that you've already started something. Just stay on that track. The Chariot promises that you will be overcoming obstacles. Some of you, whatever this new move that you are starting, whatever new project you are beginning, and this, you could be starting something within a group, because Venus is in Aquarius, which speaks of social groups and associations. The Chariot does say that you're in the driver's seat and that you can overcome obstacles. Now, this can even speak of a metaphorical movement. And this is a 7 again, and the Chariot is the 4th house of parents, home, family, mother. Some of you could even be moving away from home. Okay, so let me take some more cards. So we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I believe we've also got air here, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And, I feel more moon and rising signs for those signs. I feel that the Ace of Wands and the 4 of Wands, the fire here is your energy. So I want to take, first of all, on the mature man, the communication, the mature woman, and the short term. I'm going to take 3 cards on the Karma Dharma position. We've got the Ace of Cups. We have the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. So there is a choice. Now the Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning. So the Ace of Cups is, you've got 3 aces now. It's like you've got 3 aces. So we've got, let's say, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, even though it's the 10, as I said, it breaks down to the Ace, and the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Cups is overflowing love. Now this is close to the mature man and the short term. So maybe this could even be a relationship that could be lasting a short while. The short-term separation for others of you could only be a short while, because, with the Ace of Cups, it's something that you've started. But with the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Swords can speak of, having to make a decision. This is, again, a card of perception. For others of you, it's going to be making a choice. And with this 2 of Wands, which, 2 of Wands many times speaks of Sagittarian energy, which could be foreign places and people. Some of you are needing to make a choice. Do I walk through this new door? Do I travel to go and visit whoever you are visiting, whoever you are communicating? Do I travel? Do I walk through that door? What do I do? And even the 2 of Wands can be a choice. It's a choice card. It's like usually in the, Rider-Waite Tarot, he's holding that Ace of Wands and he's leaving behind that Ace of Wands that he's already finished with. He's turned his back on it. So this could be leaving one relationship and moving to another, of course. But here we've got someone who's waiting at the door, ready to take that step, going through that new door. But there is some sort of a decision, a perception that is holding you back. And I believe it's got a lot to do with communication. So there are emotions here. There is intellect, there is passion as well. Now, the short-term card can also speak of the clock ticking away. Time is ticking away. So it's got a lot to do with timing as well here. Let me take some more cards. Okay, wow. So we've got a King of Swords. So we have two kings now and a queen. Here it's two women and a man. So it's a general reading. We've also got the King of Swords, who could be someone, even if, let's say it's the same energy. Let's say you are dealing with an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This person could be seen as being very cold. He's someone who's minding his heart, which is the same energy as the Four of Pentacles here. So he's speaking his truth, but he's not obviously showing his feelings. Usually he is someone who could be quite judgmental. Even though we say that he's the fair king, he will be just, even if that hurts your feelings. So for those of you that this is the same person, what you don't know is that his heart is bleeding. Now, this could even be two brothers. Two very different, night and day. We've got someone who's got an open heart and someone who sometimes maybe he seems as though he doesn't have a heart. But this king will tell you the truth, whereas this king will hold back so as to not help you, not hurt you, sorry. This king could be someone who prefers to hold back and break his own heart instead of breaking yours. He's the martyr. He's the one that will sacrifice his feelings for you. So for those of you that are dealing with two different people, Aries, you could be making a choice between two. And it can go either way. Doesn't matter female or male. It's not gender specific because it's a general reading. Now, the King of Swords can also be a solicitor. He can be someone in the legal field. This could even be a boss, for those of you that are doing business. Okay, so let's take some more cards. Let's look at this King of Cups. King of Cups in the unknown position, in the hidden position, we have the Eight of Wands. There are the messages. The Eight of Wands is the communication. These are Cupid's arrows of love, passion, communication. This King of Cups is willing to jump through hoops for you. And this could even be flight travel. Could it be that he is coming in to visit? Could it be that he's coming closer to you? So we've got emotions as well as passion here, which is a very good foundation for relationships. The Eight of Wands can be also very quick action. And if we look at this card, look at the top of the wands, it's as though they're letting off electricity. Very Uranian. And Uranus rules Aquarius. Interesting. So could you have someone confessing their love for you when Uranus in about 5 days moves 5 days and down the track, confessing their love for you because they realize how valuable you are for them? That will be interesting. Please let me know if that happens for you. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. And we've got the Strength card. So, Leo energy. Now, this speaks of courage. This speaks of patience, wisdom, trust. Leo is the heart. And the Strength card says that you need to be patient. So for some of you, it took a lot of courage to make that change in your life. A lot of courage. Now, whatever you are mastering, I believe that you have the divine help. Okay, because the Seven of Swords, it's the seven, as I always say, it's the divine. Now, the card just flipped open for the Four of Wands, and we've got two cards. So we've got the Seven of Cups and we've got the Prince of Pentacles. Now, the Prince of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles, so it's very slow and steady movement. I usually see the Prince of Pentacles as the card of Virgo, sometimes Taurus. Now, if this is not a knight, it's all about action. It's very slow. But we've also got the Seven of Cups. There's another seven. Now here, the Seven of Cups is usually very Piscean. Things are up in the air at this time. Things are up in the air. There is some sort of confusion about your stability, about your foundation. And the Seven of Cups says that you do have choices and you are seriously having trouble with your making choices. Now, for some of you, that Seven of Swords here, it hasn't been easy at all. Taking action, moving through your perception physically hasn't been easy. Look at the torture. This person is suffering here. And look at what's in the background. He is looking at the past, thinking of the past. It's as though he's in his own world and trying to deal with, it could even be deception that this person is dealing with from the past. And when I say deception, even an illusion. Remember the disappointment here, the short term? So it's not easy energy, the Seven of Cups here. It's as though he's thinking about a past relationship. Now, this could even be a past life because, you know, Pisces is, of course, it's an ending, but it's also a house of spirituality. Okay, so it's very dark. It's the occult. You know, the house of Pisces is also the house of prison. I don't know, many messages that sometimes, you know, I can't really put the messages together. You know what it means for you, though. Ten of Pentacles. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. So we've got a feeling of lack here. And we've got a group of people. Usually we've got two people here. So two people feeling left out in the cold, not being spiritually aligned, not knowing that there is support there if they reach for it. Here we've got people that it's not just one or two. There's 5 people actually here. And it looks as though they're leaving something behind. Now, could this be dealing with the past? Could this be something to do with the past? Because the way it's all grey looking, it looks as though we're going back to the past, and with Mercury retrograde, maybe once upon a time, this is the situation that the family was in. And we go from the 5 to the 10. Now, this could even be someone leaving home and the family is feeling like something is missing. They're feeling lonely. They're feeling a sense of depression. Interesting. So we've got dark energy and light energy. So I believe that the way the energies are now, dear Aries, you could either be in the darkest, in your shadow self. You could be diving, swimming in Piscean energy, which can be night or day. It can be, you could be in a situation where there is unconditional love, or you're feeling the martyr. You're feeling deceived. You're feeling left out. You're feeling lost. And Pisces is also, because the sun is in Pisces, and Pisces is also like, you know, really being lost. Now, we're having a new moon in Pisces on the 6th in about 4 days, 4 or 5 days. So pay attention to your dreams. They can be very important at this time. Get up, write the dream down, because you may forget by the morning. Ace of Wands, action and advice. 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is usually the energy of Virgo. This speaks of being able to stand alone financially. That's why I believe that some of you, seriously, could be moving away from home, starting something new on your own. Now, financially, you're looking fantastic. If this is a new project that you're starting, then this is going to pay off. This is going to give you financial independence. And, you know, the energy of Virgo is looking at the details, doing your homework, perfection, let's say. Now, the 9 of Pentacles could also be someone who is quite independent emotionally. They're not with someone. So, So, let's take a card on the Chariot card. I will take some SIBILLAs in a minute. And we've got the 10 of Cups, Aries. Wow. Absolutely. So wherever you're moving to, whatever change or move you're making is going to take you to the Ace of Cups. And you've got the Ace here. So you start with the Ace and you finish with the 10, which does start something new, of course, because it turns to the Ace of Cups. Let me take another card on the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is traditions. It can be restrictions. Some of you may be feeling the restriction through your religion, you've got to keep the faith. If you're in a corporate situation, then you have to answer to people above you if this is work. But I feel that with the Hierophant having the X-ray vision sight here, he can see in the distance. He can see in the future. So he's obviously focusing on something. I'm going to take another card on that. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles. So this is taking time out, looking at a situation. Do I invest? Do I stay here or do I go elsewhere? Let me take another card, dear Aries, from the Tarot of Dreams. On the divine position here, I want to see what that 7 of Pentacles. So we've got 4 and 7. That's 11 Pentacles. A lot of earth energy here. A lot of grounding. Taking your time. Taurus is very slow with what they do. And that's what it's telling you here. The divine is telling you to take your time. Let's take one card and see. I want more information. So the Strength card again. So hold back. You've got the Wisdom. Some of you are dealing with Leo. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you may have Leo in your own chart. Let me take one more card. Now, Leo is the heart. Leo is flirtation. Leo is children. Leo is taking a risk. And it's the house of creativity. Let's take another card. And we've got the star card here. So this is Aquarian energy. We've got Leo and Aquarius. So Leo and Aquarius is where the nodes were before they moved into Cancer, Capricorn. So something may have happened for you in 2017, roughly mid-year. So holding back, believing in your strength, believing in what you are trying to master is getting you to your wish. You know that the star card is also social media. Some of you may be wanting to hold back on communication because you don't know where this is going to take you. But the outcome card is the Ten of Cups. If you are in a situation, dear Aries, where you are not happy, in a relationship where you are not happy, it's up to you to change it. Now, the star is also social media, socializing, getting out there, communicating with people, even through the internet. This could even be someone at a distance that you are wanting and hoping to travel to go and see. The star card is also a card of hope. So some of you are hoping to stabilize a situation, to get married, to have a commitment. Even if you are single, you're hoping for something serious. Let's take the three Sibillas here. And we've got Delirante, which is being delirious. This is a neutral card, but it does speak of support. It's the Nine of Pentacles. So you've got support of friends and family around you. So why are you delirious? Because there is some sort of a discovery. This is the scientist, the crazy guru, the scientist, the solicitor that comes up with a discovery, makes a certain discovery that is like mind-blowing. And this is very Aquarian energy for me as well. And here we've got the Donna Maritata, which is the married woman with the children. Now, you could be discovering that someone's married with children. You could be discovering that the person you're interested in has been divorced and has children. This is the Seven of Cups. So illusions, things being up in the air, but it is a blessing, whatever you discover here. And this is the energy very similar to the Empress. So something to do with children. Could be pregnancy, could be abundance, could be a very loving, motherly, nurturing person that you're dealing with. And she's a number 12, which is the Hanged Man. And it adds, 12 adds up to a 3, so it's growth and expansion, just like the Empress is. And the Empress is also the mother. So let's look at the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So it's as though you've got the Nine of Pentacles twice. Ace of Wands. So we've got VIMEO, which is like the, oh wow, this is the Ace of Wands again. Someone is popping the question. There is a contract. There is a spiritual bond. Two people that are communicating with their minds. Two people that are on the same synchronistic level. So they, through indications, through signs, they feel each other. They can actually communicate. And this is some sort of a contract as well. Any contract. And this is Belvedere. So it's like the Three of Cups, waiting on something to come in from a distance. And Three of Cups, yes. And we've got a Mika, harmony. And if I'm not mistaken, Harmony was a sister of Jupiter. No, a daughter of Jupiter. So Amika is also, for me, a confidant, a best friend. This could be Libran energy. And you know what, guys? This is the Four of Wands. So this is someone that you can confide in. This is a best friend. For those of you that could be going through legal issues, anything to do with the law, you will be finding your balance. This is very Libran. Now, Libra is your partnership house. The Aries. Wow. So we go from 1, 3, 4. So that's 8. Again, the number of strength and Leo. I would like to take... I want to see those 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Fortuna. Fortuna. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It's the wheel is turning. There is change. This is Sagittarian. And this could be Jupiter in Sag. This is the 5 of Wands. So through changes, because 5s always bring changes, you've got the 5 of Pentacles and let's say the 5 of Wands here. So through change comes abundance. Let's see what else you've got. There, it's funny that we've got the Prigione card. This is Capricornian energy, the Devil. 9 of Swords. Now, whatever you've been bound by, chained to, and not being able to free yourself from, this is in the position of career. You know, that's what I find strange here, is that maybe some of you have been working so hard in relation to your career, but it pays off with the 10 of Pentacles. Is it family that's holding you bound? Is it your father that is quite stern with you and you feel imprisoned? I feel as though this is the 10 of Cups. So after putting in the hard work, whether this is you chaining yourself to a career, to a job, to working very hard, something that will stay constant, because this is Constanza, is the 10 of Cups. Now this does speak of the European area, the European Union, around that area. So, you know, the Constanza is fixed energy, and fixed energy can be quite binding. So if this, even if this is a perception of yours, maybe you're just so dead set on, you're a cardinal sign, you're not a fixed sign. You could be dealing with someone who is, we've got Leo and Aquarius all over your reading, which are fixed signs. We've also got Taurus, which is fixed energy. Let's take one more card. And we've got the Butterfly, which is another 10 of Wands. So getting to the end of your burden. This is transformation. So leggerezza is lightness of being. This is also a very sexual energy, a passionate energy. Okay, because this butterfly tends to go from one flower to the other. There is fertilization here. Now this could be, remember, anything to do with pregnancy. Now if this is not a literal pregnancy, it could even be a metaphorical, where something is starting. All right, dear Aries. Oh, wow, I forgot to take an astrology card. Let me take one more card for you. I forgot to take it. Let's see, for a little bit more information. I actually want to... Just looking at your reading, I feel as though I need to take a couple more cards. So stay with me. And we've got the 4th house and roots, 28, which equals a 10. We've got the tree, so this speaks of health. And look at the top of the tree. We've got a newborn. This is the family. This is the health. This is the tradition, the generations. This is beautiful. Fourth house and roots. You are growing roots. Seriously, I was talking about roots before. I want to take one card here and one card here. One card on each of the kings, just for a bit more clarity, for those of you that are wondering. So what's this King of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles? Oh, we've got the Palace of Wands and we've got the Queen of Swords. Wow. So the Queen of Swords could be, and here we've got the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So we do have 2 women and 1 man. So the King of Swords is in between 2 women. But the Palace of Wands seems like such a passionate place. It's full of fire. And it's the wild card in the Tarot of Dreams. It is the, as I said, the wild card. So it looks like paradise to me, but it could be paradise where there is a lot of passion. Now, it looks as though the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they're a couple, and the Queen of Pentacles is someone else. Okay, so this is very similar energy. Now, we could be talking about family, siblings, and the parents. Let's take the King of Cups. And we've got the Queen of Coins. Well, this is ridiculous. Wow. So you've got the Queen of Coins twice. Queen of Pentacles twice. And this is the Mother of Earth. This is very loving, nurturing energy. So which one of those? Are you the Queen of Swords? Are you cutting someone out of your life? And you're opening more, you're steadfast with the partner that is with an open heart. Okay, I feel as though for those of you that haven't been nurtured and loved, you are closing the door. Closing the door. Now, one more thing before I finish up your reading. I feel that there is abundance here. There is a lot of abundance. You've got the 10 of Cups. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. We've got a few signs. Yes. So we don't get stuck on the signs, but we've got a lot of earth. A lot of earth, and we've got a fair bit of water as well. So there is a decision, I'm sure. Now, this could even be in business. Okay, you're making a choice between someone who is all about money or someone who's more intellectual. We've got earth and air, and we've got earth and water. Now, this could even be 2 different couples, 2 separate couples. So, many messages here, dear Aries. This is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, then please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. All that you do, all the love that you are giving back to me. Hope that this was of help to you. And anything you need, just reach out. As I said, it's my pleasure to be there for you. For those of you that don't know your rising sign, go to www.astro.com and you can put in your information there and see what your rising sign is, or just, fix your birth chart so you can see where the planets are. All right, so Aries, thank you again. Many blessings to you all. Good luck.